Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, collective. Welcome to Ignite Your Soul, Merging Two Worlds. That's what we do here on this channel. And as you can see, I have labeled it the family tree. I left out cycles, but it is the way to, I'm going to give away some secrets. And what you do with those is totally on you. It's your effort, your results, okay? I know they work. Doesn't mean they're going to work the same way they did for me as they will for you, because you're going to add your own tips and tricks and get a little delusional and creative and start to live in your desired result at the end result. We're going to live in that. Okay. So, family tree and cycles. So, welcome. Thank you for being here. Remember to like, share, subscribe so someone else can learn something new, because that's basically what we do. It says entertainment. It is for your entertainment purposes only, and that is what protects me. Like if you make a decision, this decision is completely on you. I have nothing to do with it. It is your decision at the end of the day to believe me or not believe me. But if it resonates, take it with a grain of salt and leave the rest for somebody else. Okay. So, as I always say, I am here to uplift, empower, inspire, influence you to live in your end result, which are your heart's desires and dreams. Okay. That most people will tell you, oh, I can't do that. Well, yes, you can, because I do it every single day. And it's a choice. This is something you didn't know you had. So I bring to this collective energy what I have personally experienced in my own life. And I did a little channeling last night, because I also am a master intuitive psychic medium energy channel. I don't claim myself to be a healer. I healed my own life. I healed my own heart. I healed my own mind, and I healed my own body. And what I am about to share with you, you can also do the same. So it's like change your thoughts, change your life. Okay. So this is how, and I can't give you everything because, like I said, at the end of the day, you're going to add your own stuff, because not everybody has lived the same experience. Very similar, like lack and scarcity mindset, like not feeling good enough, not having enough, not being enough. You are enough. Okay. This is your desired outcome. Okay. That you already are enough. You already are worthy. There's no certain chair of worthiness that you need to seek and set in. It's a choice. But a lot of us, including myself, have not been able to have that choice because of certain illusions of fear that was created while I was growing up. And I took on them certain beliefs and habits and habitual ways of thinking and feeling response. That way I would react or respond out of my emotions. And my emotions at the time were nowhere near balanced. All right. But now they are. I know how to embrace every feeling and every emotion and every thought that comes to the surface. It is not to push down and ignore, okay, first and foremost. And I guess my higher self is just going to take over. But you might want to grab a pen, a paper, take some notes. You can watch this video as many times as you want to. what I will first say is let go of expectations, okay? And just expect everything to work out for you, okay? Even though the logical brain and your logical mind will say, what the hell is she talking about? Nothing works out for me. I'm living this reality right now that nothing ever works out for me. And this is a habitual way of thinking that I have realized and changed for myself. So instead of focusing on everything that around me, even in the world in general, society, the rules, the regulations, I broke them all. They're not mine to live. I had a choice. I didn't know I had a choice before. Now I know I have a choice. I chose to choose living in a world with a perspective and perception of everything being so effed up. Yeah, the reality is there's messed up stuff out there, but I can't change that. Only by changing the way I perceive it in my own reality and how I choose to create my reality as an individual. Okay. And that is through unconditional love. That is like, okay, I see what's going on here. But I'm not going to give that my mental focus right now. I am going to focus mentally all inside of myself and allow things to start shifting within me so that it's not magic. It is an inner job. It is inner work. It is releasing subconscious blockages. There's stuff that you've been carrying, which is your untruth. Okay? There's truth and untruth. The emotions and the ways of up until this very moment, let's say everything in your life is a mess. And I don't want you to focus there. This is just a vivid imagination, and that's how we create. We're only imagining the things that don't work out for us. So when we start to use our intuition, our sight, oh, I do have another choice. I can choose to say everything is always working out for me. Even if the reality is not showing that everything's working out for you. This is called creating momentum. And we've always done this, but we've always created more lack, scarcity mindset. Now it's time to go within, shift your thoughts, and then be able to choose, have different options that are open, whether it's a different relationship. Okay, maybe one's not working out and you're staying and you feel stuck, you feel miserable. There's another option. Okay, first, to know why you're miserable, what created it, because we always have to come back to ourselves. We can't point the finger outside of ourselves. We cannot blame someone else for, responses or reactions or even their thoughts that create the reality we all create together, because we're all created from one source. And this is amazing. It's an amazing gift. It's a secret. And one got into the wrong hands. Okay. And I did write some stuff down, but here's the thing. I think yeah. I don't know if I brought it. So there's been a huge epidemic of mothers' trauma wounds being passed down to their children in the womb. Well, in the womb. Okay. So the mother's emotions and thoughts, and this is energetically speaking, okay, that you have taken on unconsciously. It was not for you to take on. However, we didn't know how to work with energy and why it was so important. Okay. So, but this is the thing. There's been an epidemic of mother's trauma wounds, all right? And it's been passed down to the children in the womb. And also the trauma of the father being abandoned or emotional neglect, it's been passed down. It's like a ripple effect that keeps going, right? It keeps going. And you individually, if you're masculine, feminine, if you hear this message, you can take it upon yourself to say, you know what? I want to do something about this. I want to step up. I want to be a leader instead of a follower. I want to release and clear all the past psychological disorders. This could be past lives as well. I mean, we go deep, all right? But that's what it is. It's trauma. It's emotional trauma clearing, mental, it's physical trauma, it's whatever, sexual trauma, abuse, all right? And all this has been created. The psychological disorder and trauma, the root issue or cause has an effect by your own actions or reactions. And we're all triggered daily, okay? I'm really good at what I do. No, I'm really great at what I do. And I have to get so good at not allowing, or sometimes not even allowing or letting it in my space energetically, in my ethereal energy, okay? Because I know it's not me. This is somebody else's stuff. I don't have to take it on. So what I'm doing is I'm using my gifts, abilities, expertise, and the energy of grace and integrity and the Holy Spirit, okay, to open up this way to influence not only the way I did my mind, but ripple effect out to the world to influence your mind, to be able to know that you have a choice. You get to choose love over fear. So it's faith over fear. Okay? So all these root issues, the cause, effect, the actions, reactions, are all stemmed in our relationships. It starts with the relationship where we're in the mother's womb. From 0 to 7, okay, you're like a sponge. And this energy only knows how to soak that up. What you see, what you hear, what you felt, the experiences. And that becomes your reality. Yes, we have been there, we have done that, but we can change it. We can envision different situations ending with love and not conflict. So we can free ourselves, forgive ourselves for not knowing that you're not just 100% human, you're 100% soul. And we've been living by 100% human first. Really, we've been living our life backwards. You are literally 100% your soul first that leads you, protects you, and guides you. Trust that niggling feeling that, something has ended, and it ended from you. Okay? There's like, I'm not feeling it anymore, right? And then you are human. So it's merging the two amazing worlds of being spirit and physical. You're not just human. And this has been the biggest misconception. You can call it a lie, misconception, whatever you want to call it. You now have a choice. Okay? So I'm going to use an example. The psychological disorders is from your mother or your father or whoever raised you, their experience, okay? But because we didn't know what we know now, then, okay, it had to play out this way. It had to play out a specific way energetically speaking. Yes, tangibly, you can see it happening. Okay. Mothers and daughters arguing, fighting, even mothers being jealous of their daughter's success because they failed. They felt failure. They didn't get to be who they wanted to be or become. Okay. There's a lot of this playing out. It's jealousy, envy, it's their resentment, their bitterness, their anger, and you took it on. If you know what I'm talking about and you resonate to this, let that be okay. Just be in full acceptance, like, yep, okay, because I'm different than everybody else teaching this stuff or sharing their experiences because I love my mom and I see everything happening differently so that we can heal spiritually. It's the spiritual connection. You can't even logically understand first the why until you connect to your own why in your spirit and why you would want that healing to happen. Because we're all the same energy. It was an experience that no one knew. There's a lot of stuff that your parents will never, ever tell you. And that's because they're ashamed of themselves or they're still resenting themselves or angry at themselves. They're not really angry at you because you're a success. It's really about their self. But they seem to pass that energy on and play it out that way, right? So just take what resonates and what fits in your own situation and, you know, your own psychological disorders if you have them. Because not everybody does. Okay. I'm not saying everybody does, but I firsthand experienced it. And it was related to their failures because they didn't get to be or become one or more things, that they wanted. And I get to be okay with that. I get to accept that, that was them, this is me. And every thought that was programmed from my 0 to 7, like a sponge, I retrained my brain to release that and made no belief of theirs mine. Okay. I put that behind me. There's no such thing as lack, sickness, scarcity. All right. My mind is in control. My mind. And my soul leads that forward fearlessly. No limitations when you're in complete control of your own destiny and own manifestation. So this is really about revising what has already been to say, okay, well, I see what hasn't worked by these certain beliefs. Maybe it's about love. Maybe it's financial. Maybe it's something else, career, choice, whatever it is, how you raise your children. It is a choice to choose love, choose faith over fear. How strong has every situation that felt like a tragedy, where you were misunderstood or you felt unloved, put that within and talk to that, the pain, and say, why? Why do I want something different? Why do I think I deserve this? It's not that you deserve it. It's your freaking birthright. Okay. You are the creator of your own reality. And And when you nail that, it is so simple to not allow anybody else's stuff in, right? It's creating healthy boundaries. It's taking time out for you and putting you first, getting clear on your own way of thinking, getting balanced in your own emotions, knowing your emotions from somebody else's. Oh, it's going to get noisy. Good morning. So, yeah, that's all thoughts of fear you embody and replace with trust, flow, and trust the universe has your back. And it's, if you're going to say, oh, it's too hard, well, it's going to be hard. It's like the placebo effect. Everything is a placebo effect, and it's what you believe has to manifest. So only focus on the true source of what you see is already working for you, and keep creating momentum. And it's not just about being positive all the time or doing positive affirmations. It's, yes, optimistic. Be optimistic about changing your thoughts and changing your life. It's about self-discipline. It's about a daily ritual of disciplining your mind to say, oh, I would never think that. That's not an inspired or an influenced thought that you receive from divine will that gives it to you. It's a thought of an old experience of the past that brings fear. And then the emotion comes up and brings more fear. And then it manifests in more fear. So lack of money, lack of love, it all comes back to the self. And when you nail that and you repeat this daily ritual, and yes, mindfulness. That's mindfulness. It's choosing better thoughts for yourself. It's talking to you about you. Like, so revise the way you talk to yourself and then say, well, where would that have come from? I can change that thought and I can stay optimistic about my life working out for me. I can focus on this relationship in the areas that are working, because you can't change what's not working. Remember, you're creating a reality with family, with friends, with business partners. You're creating them, and you can't change their creation. You can only stay in your own lane and stay optimistic and say, yes, I'm following my dreams, my desires. I see they are manifesting. I already have them. You're living in the end result. There's no waiting. There's no having to hurry. Okay? Time is on your side if you allow it to be on your side. The past is already behind you. The lack of support you may have experienced, the lack of clarity, the regrets, the betrayal, that's all behind you. Yes, it happened. That was the reality then. But once you bring the awareness to what, oh yeah, why am I focused in the past when I can be fully present, fully interactive, and fully and deliberately, intentionally creating now? The end result you want to live in is now. So whatever you're doing right now is your end result. So you're already living in it. You just didn't know it. You didn't have the right information. So your present is better, feeling better on the horizon. You're right on the threshold of leaving what you thought was your truth for your new truth. And it's a choice. You create these truths yourself. No one else can. Okay. Yes, it asks us to be more optimistic. You want a millionaire mindset. You don't want a lack of scarcity mindset. You're living in the end result. You're already a multi-millionaire and you created an empire, a business. Feel that as if it was already now. There's no waiting. It's a flick of a switch and it's done. There's protection from outside influence. It has to become a daily ritual. You have to be true to yourself. Before you can give love, you have to give it to yourself. Before you can manifest your desired outcome, you have to show up. You have to be persistent. You have to be true, authentic you, and focus on that desired result and outcome. Yeah, life happens around us. We can't change that. But they'll get there. You got to see that too. If we're focused on only what's not working in the world and we're not sending it love and we're not giving it to faith, that we have no control over that. It's change the things you can and leave the rest to God, to the universe, to all that is, whatever it is to you. Right? So it's just simply lack of knowing. And we all had the key to unlock our subconscious mind, to increase our own healing, right? Whether it's mentally, emotionally, physically, there's spiritual healing. Heating. Maybe there's somebody heating and cooling. So hot and cold. It's the back and forth. Never just in between the hot and cold. Stay in the middle. Take the middle path, the unknown, unseen, and trust the universe, right? Allow the money to come. Keep creating the momentum and fill your vortex with I want, and then let go of the expectation of how, where, why, and when it manifests. That's the key. All right. Okay. So it's really, we've been living our life backwards completely. This is what has been, I want to talk about society, rules, and regulations. Okay. This has also been created a facade of untruth. So we would never know our own power. Okay. Our needs never being met. Emotional, mental, physical, spiritual needs. Just look at the world. And revise these beliefs and shift your mindset, your way of communicating to yourself. There is a knowing that you are safe, you are abundant, you are prosperity. Money is energy. It is the very breath that you inhale and exhale. So I'm giving you a lot of secrets, okay? Use them wisely. So the facade has always been the untruth, the misconception of that we are a soul before we are the human incarnated. So allow your soul to lead you, to guide you, and that is love. Love and embrace your challenges, because with that challenge brings growth, brings abundance, brings prosperity, whatever it is, brings that new career. It keeps you focused on what you want and not on others. Okay? So embody the feeling. I already have it. The affirmations, I have it. It's already done. I know it's about to show up. I mean, focus there. So faith over fear, love over fear. And when there's not love, give that. Give that love. And hold a place of compassion for those who are not there yet. Don't judge them, because it's judgment day every day. We haven't been waiting to be judged. We've been judging ourselves. We are our worst judgers. So forgive yourself for not knowing that. Just flow with the universe. Everything is aligning perfectly. Um, the judgment is the only thing in your way. You judge yourself for not doing enough, being enough, having enough, on what you have and what's working, and create that momentum step by step. Okay, it doesn't happen overnight. Nice 30-day, 60-day, 90-day ritual or program, which I offer. You don't have to come to me. There's plenty of us out here. Um, get to the root issue or cause and effect, actions or reactions. These triggers are meant for you to come into your own power and your own inner strength and embrace the challenge and the change that's already inevitable. It's going to happen. Okay. Whether you make it or source makes it, you probably want to make it because you yourself, logically, you will stay in a relationship that is toxic, abusive, manipulating. Okay. But your source has already been told you, okay, know why you're staying because I love you and I would never put you in this situation. Or there's some relationships we should have never been in, yet we chose to be in it. Okay. It's a choice. So from experience, and what I do also is relationship coach. And this is from past life and present life trauma, emotional trauma clearing, mental trauma clearing, right? Physical healing happens, right? You're not just using 10% of your brain anymore. You're using 100% of your brain. And you're not living in the past. Yeah. So I'm going to leave it there. Collectively, I'm feeling resentment, and this could be a father or a father figure. Take what resonates. No gender base. Okay. Work with energy first, and then I want to say this, it's not that we avoid reality. Duh. We can't avoid that. But we can go back inside of ourselves and say, you know what, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to slow down. I'm going to gather my emotions. I'm going to align with my truth, my integrity, my grace, my beliefs, not the beliefs of society that everything has to be one way, right? It doesn't. That is the lie. That is the untruth. So we would not know our own power. This is what happened to me. I was that. Past tense. I lived in the very thoughts that were meant to destroy me from people, places, things, other people's ideas that were not meant for me. Yes, I can listen, but I didn't have to take their and say, yeah, well, I'm going to try that. No, I want my own. I have my own way of thinking, my own way of communicating, and that is intentionally and deliberately with purpose and passion. So I want you to understand that. That's where I am. Release the jealousy, the envy, the resentment of the past, the things that didn't work out, the relationships that left you bitter and angry. So you can have that now, and you can live in that purposefully, intentionally, and deliberately. Have the dream relationship, long lasting love that you have only dreamt about. Okay. And that is found within us, the source. Okay. Right. You are the master creator of your own reality. So you can do it from the subconscious place of past circumstances, situations, or you can do it from a conscious, deliberate choice of choosing, wow, man, I have a choice now. So I'm going to not forgive the person's behavior by no means. This is for your own personal evolution, to change the inevitable change that's going to happen. So we can do it peacefully for ourselves. We can energetically cut ties, cords, past connections, contracts, because this is all real, man. It's all real. I've been for years cleaning out karmic patterns, habits, belief systems, contracts with past relationships. And yes, there was love, but then there wasn't, because I conditioned it by my past life experiences that were traumatizing. It's okay to let it go. God wants you to be free and experience that true liberation and freedom of your mental space, your emotions. Heal your heart. Let go of feeling like everybody is going to stab you in the back, because once you go within and you start releasing all that old stuff, everything, and it's not magic, it's an inside job. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you it happens overnight, because I don't. It's been years for me. But I have the tips, the tricks, the tools to happen now. So if you want that, merging, or ignite your soul 1122 at gmail.com. Okay. Let me know what's going on. It's really, man, I got this strong feeling of, I got a lot of pop-ups. 1 second. Some of you are really hungry, or you're embracing the inner hunger, okay, to make changes, to liberate yourself, to feel financially free, to feel true love from yourself. I got a lot of pop-ups. So yeah, I'm a master intuitive, psychic medium, energy channel, alchemist, and that is my truest self. That's who I am. And what I am, you can be. Intentionally, deliberately. People need to hear your story. Maybe you're here to leave a legacy for your family, to clear up past karmic ties, even family members, man. You got to send that love. You got to hold compassion and stand true and strong in your faith, in your new belief that God's got that. Okay. I don't got to deal with that drama anymore. I don't need to seek revenge outside myself, because you know what? Cause and effect. So whatever you cause, you are accountable for, as they are the same. So change your thoughts, change your life. Know your own emotions and react from those with choice that are deliberate out of love and compassion, grace, integrity, because you are divine. You are divine. You are divinity first. God, goddesses. So just believe that, and you're on your way. Choose the unknown path, the one you can't see everything, because it is so liberating to not need to stress or worry or need to know everything of every moment of every day. It's just believe everything is working out for you. Shift your mindset right now, because it is, and it can. And I love you all. Till next time. Bye for now.